Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode. Hope you're good and you had a good week. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. However, I've got an amazing episode for you. So as planned, this week's episode is about image, styling, music industry and creativity and how they're connected. It's quite personal to me because I never intended to make music or sing in a career. And so when I did, it was all new to me. I was like discovering so many different facets of the industry and meeting loads of different people. Now, people would argue, shouldn't you be hired on the basis of your ability? If you can sing, then that should be the beginning and ending of it. However, that's not the case, as I've experienced. Much later in life I realised, but before I was completely oblivious to it. So I've talked to two people who are very heavily involved in the image and fashion world and have worked within the music industry as well. So it was great to get their opinions and their views. So check it out, guys.
So I'm with Jeanette Young. She's a stylist. She's fabulous. She's great. Look, just all this fabulousness. Okay, so I'm sitting here with my beautiful friend Stephanie. She's wonderful. You're wonderful. Okay, what do you do? I know you're obviously a stylist, but what else do you do? I mean, what?
Yes, that's right. So I am a designer and I am a garment technologist and I'm also a consultant. So
Can we break this down? Because all of this stuff is jargon to me. What is a garment technologist?
So basically a garment technologist is somebody who works between the designer and the buyer. So the designer is the person that designs the clothes and I'm the one that makes it happen. So basically I'm the one that picks the garment, sources the fabric, sends the final garment or garment to the manufacturer. The manufacturer sends the garment back, I fit it on a waist size 10 model and then I approve it before it goes into store.
Okay. So it's a whole lot of things.
It's a whole lot of things.
Okay.
But without me, it won't happen.
Okay. So she's the woman that you need to go to. You want to talk about clothes.
Hello.
Stephanie is a makeup artist, and what do you mean? She is the best makeup artist I've ever worked with. Stephanie has done my makeup quite a few times, various different things. So straight to it. What has been your experience working with artists within the profession that you're in?
Okay, well, as I said, I've been doing this for about 10 years, right? So I started out simply as a makeup artist.
Right.
And when I first started out, I was quite young. So I was always so excited. Every time I got like a call to say I was going to be doing someone famous.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like I just couldn't wait because, you know, like in your mind, famous people, artists, musicians, they're like, we put them on such a pedestal, so to meet, to touch, to speak to was such a privilege. So in the beginning it was always, you know, I'm really grateful, obviously I've done so much. But over the years I've realised that they are just people, human beings like me, like you. They have feelings, they feel shy, they're nervous, you know, so over the years I would just say that now that I'm older and now that I'm doing what I'm doing, I realise that it's just an industry, it is a job like every other job.
What do you think the connection between fashion and music is? How important are they to each other?
Really important, I think. For me, I think fashion's lifestyle.
Okay.
And it represents who you are as a person and even if you're a music artist as a brand.
Right.
So it's important to not just have good music but to look good as well.
Right.
So that as a whole package you're representing your genre.
Okay. So what is your experience with the individuals and your job as a makeup artist with their music? Is there anything about the artist that influences how you do your job?
Right. Okay, well I think, to be honest, the sad thing is I think that image is everything, right, for every brand, right? So like artists, musicians, they are a brand.
Yes.
And the truth is, it's like even say you think about a wedding, like a bride cannot walk down the aisle with her makeup. It will never happen. The wedding is not going to go on, right? Just like an artist can't go on stage, male or female, without their makeup. So in terms of image, when it comes to music, unfortunately, I've realised that image is absolutely everything. It's a brand, it's built in the way you market yourself. People don't remember how someone sounds sometimes, but they will always remember how they look like.
So I'm going to be a bit controversial here. So a lot of musicians and singers are going to argue that, especially artists and people who work in the industry, that they should be hired or judged based on the merit of their music alone, and that styling should be secondary to that. What's your feelings about that?
I actually don't agree.
Okay.
Only because perception is quite important.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you want to represent the best you.
Right.
So if I hear your music and it's great, but I look at you and you're not too great, okay, it might sound a bit bad.
Yeah.
But we are a society that image and what we see is what we're attracted to.
Yeah.
So in regards to a product, it's important that you look good.
Okay. So what's the weighting of each thing? Do they carry equal weight? Because obviously you get artists who are not very good musicians, but they look great, and for some reason they're able to flourish within the industry. So how do you feel? Is that right?
So I think, well, at the moment I'm doing more creative directing and brand building.
Right.
So from that perspective, it's fair.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think it's fair.
Right.
Does that make sense? So I don't think it's fair because I think we're all human beings. We all have talents, we're all different, and we all have something different to give. Right. Not everyone's going to be the same, and that's why it's such a great universe world, right? So I think it's unfair to be judged by the way you look and not by your talent, because your talent should always speak, especially if you're talking about talent, right? But then if I think about it from a creative director's point of view, I think that because of the world that we live in, you have to go with image. And if you're trying to sell a specific brand that's not speaking to the crowd that you're speaking to, it's not really going to work. So unfortunately, it just is that you have to have a certain look if you're going to do a certain thing.
So what would you say to any emerging artists or anybody who hasn't considered styling as part of their whole brand or package? What advice would you give to artists? And also, not just the front people, the people behind, because I know I've been typecast for roles based on how I look, my hair, my outfit, my size, colour, all of that plays a massive part. So how would you advise somebody who's looking to become an artist or looking to work in the industry? What advice would you give them?
I would say it's important to understand who you are, your music, your audience and who you're trying to attract.
And I feel like artists, stylists, musicians, I feel like we have a responsibility because at the end of the day we are portraying something, and if you're not able to communicate and educate the people that are watching your followers that this is not what it's all about, then obviously we're raising a generation that's completely wood about image. And so this whole phase of contouring, you know, you see young 15-year-old girls going to the chicken shop in the chicken and chip shop, contoured face, eyebrows, eyelashes, ruby woo, red lipstick, and I'm like, yo, it's just a chicken shop and it's 10. Where are you going? Do you know what I mean? And the truth is, Beyonce, when Beyonce goes to a chicken shop, she doesn't have her contour.
She don't go chicken shop.
Kim Kardashian, yes, that's her job. And that's the image that she has to have, but on a day-to-day basis we need to educate that Beyonce, whoever you look up to, Nicki Minaj is not walking out like that, but because we see this image of perfection, we're thinking we have to look like that every single day, like your wigs are on every single day, like bam, do you know what I mean, concealer and I'm just like, you know, it's not real, and that's the truth, it's actually not real.
So if you need a stylist, guys, go to her. I'll put all of her information in the description box below. It's Jeanette Young, London.
That's
because you've got your brand now.
Yeah, that's
you're
right.
doing your own thing. Stephanie, you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Hopefully it was helpful. So next week we have an episode about admin, the dreaded admin. I know generally speaking, musicians and singers and admin do not go together very well, but hopefully we've got some people who can help. So hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our videos. Get at us on our social media because we love to hear from you. All that remains to say, guys, is bye.